All right. Thank you for tuning in. Happy full moon. At least it is over here, October 7th. Just got back from romancing myself. I took myself on a boat trip on Lake Monona here in Madison. They do this full moon event, and you just get to bask under the moon with beautiful live music and uh, just really feel the power of that. So that was my little romancing, and I kind of want to express that is life was created to romance you. Literally, that's why God created reality. Because he loves you and he wanted to create a reality where you get to be loved. You get to experience richness beyond your imagination. And that is what we're returning to as a society is the awakening again to the romance of God. In a way, you could say we fell asleep and had a nightmare. And that's what a lot of us are still experiencing. But that's not the truth of reality. And it does start with the inner healing work. Um, I've mentioned this many times. Jeff and Shalia teach it in Twin Flames Universe. There's many ways to love yourself, but the mirror exercise is a very potent way. But it starts with loving yourself in a very deep way. That's how you bring romance into your life. Romance doesn't actually come outside of you, nothing does. Uh, and when you want more romance, you romance yourself. You claim romance. You choose romance. That's with anything in life wealth, happiness. You choose it and you claim it, and then it's yours. So, to take us deeper in this message, I wanted to choose a romantic deck, Art Through the Eyes of the Soul Oracle, and just pick a few cards to take us deeper. I really feel this potent energy of the moon, and I know that there's a beautiful message here for us tonight. Um, Dawning of the Green Man, embrace the three worlds. Now, I knew when I picked this deck, I might not fully understand this deck, but the three worlds. Um, I'm gonna have to read this. Sometimes I intuitively get a hit, but sometimes I'm just like, I have no idea. I have a sense of like what it means. To me, it means embracing, all that you are. Um, there we go. But let's see if this takes us a little deeper. Okay. Incorporate a balanced judgment. Look from the viewpoint of the three perspectives underworld, middle world, and upper world in making decisions. Um, Interesting. So for me, this card is just saying be in touch with all of you. And this is what I've actually been experiencing going deeper in my healing work. So you have to love yourself on all layers of your being. Physically, you have to feed yourself the right food. And this was the topic of the sermon today. Um, Sleep well, have a good routine. You have to love yourself physically. You have to create the right home and foundation, the right objects that inspire you, the right environment. These are all the physical ways that you um, romance yourself. And then there's the mental ways. There's watching an inspiring show, reading a good book, doing some art, um, all those kind of things. Inspire. You have to be intellectually fed and romanced. And then, of course, spiritually. And that can, all of these things can intertwine, but, you know, loving yourself, taking time to journal, to take a bath, and to cleanse your soul, um, having a spiritual routine. For me, it's watching classes, some way to romance yourself and your spiritual life. Your spiritual life is the core of who you are. But all of these pieces are intertwined, and they all need to be deeply loved and attended to. And when you do, you feel that state of balance. You feel that state of wellness. So, okay, it took me a minute, but embrace the three worlds. Love the holistic being that you are. Oh, Next one, confront your opposite polarity. Now, I already know where this is going. Um, Jeff and Slave talked about this, that the spiritual path is not about love and light, and romance is not about spiritual bypassing, which means that actually to create true and full romance, it's not about numbing out or escaping. You do need to take the time to do your healing work, where you go to those places inside of you that don't feel so good and you bring love there. I've been doing this for a long time. I've recently been working with an ascension coach that has been accelerating that process enormously. That's a path that you want to be supported on, because going into your inner being, um, it can be something unfamiliar, and to have a guide there can be very helpful. But you want to notice, okay, I want to romance myself, and go ahead, find all these ways to romance yourself. But you might find, there's this place inside of me that really needs love. And that's where you want to address it directly. The mirror exercise is a great tool. Just having a spiritual practice, uh, you don't want to run away from the places that don't feel good inside of you, because those actually are a gift. The healing of those, when you heal those places inside of you, it literally opens up new realms of possibility for your life. So if you want to live a life of beauty and expansion and divinity, you will want to make healing work a priority in your life. Oh, I love this. And finally, the shaman's celestial journey, climb the spiral ladder one step at a time. And this is what I love about, honestly, having an ascension coach as well. They help you, just taking those steps. And the journey should be very gentle. Wherever you are is perfect. And if you talk to God, it's always just about that next step. And Jeffrey Sir call it the low-hanging fruit, the one that just feels good, the golden thread. Your next step is always there. Where you are is perfect, and God wants to gradually, beautifully, and gently lead you into the life of your dreams. And so this card is just simply saying you can tune in to God, and He will always tell you, like, what is that next thing? Like, I just knew tonight, God's like, romance yourself. It's Sunday, it's a full moon. Go romance yourself. When it's time to, okay, like earlier today, I felt it's time to clean the house. There's always that next step, and it will feel good. You will just know it. Let your life be simple and easy. And to conclude this, you know, invite romance into every area of your life, knowing that God created life to romance you. That means that you can be romanced through your work, through cleaning, through resting, through exercising, through socializing, through doing your healing work. God wants to romance you everywhere. And so invite God in. I invite you to make that choice to experience a life of romance, a life of healing. Those are both, they coincide. And that choice will be very powerful, and it can lead to very beautiful and wonderful things for you. So thank you so much for watching. I send you love and blessings, and I'll see you next time.